Have you ever had the feeling that you're stuck in a loop, that no matter how hard you try, the same problems keep coming back, the same frustrations repeat themselves, and life always seems to throw you back to the same place? It's as if there's an invisible force sabotaging every attempt at change. But what if I told you that this force doesn't come from outside? It comes from within? There is an ancient law, transmitted by the Hermeticists of Egypt more than 5,000 years ago, that explains with frightening precision why your life is exactly as it is. This law states, reality is a mirror. What you see is what you vibrate. It seems simple, perhaps even too poetic to be true. But when you understand what this really means, everything changes. Every failure, every achievement, every person who appears in your life ceases to be chance and becomes a direct message from the universe. We live in a society that has taught us to seek answers outside ourselves. In the best job, the perfect relationship, the ideal body. But no one has taught us to look inward. No one has told us that we are frequency transmitters, and that the world around us is merely reflecting back what we emit. In this video, you will discover how this cosmic mirror works, why it is broken for most people, and, most importantly, how to adjust it so that it begins to reflect the reality you truly desire. But before we get to the practical technique that will transform your vibration, we need to understand what happened to this knowledge. Why was it hidden? And who are the Hermeticists? In the heart of ancient Egypt, in temples closed to the common people, there existed a school of wisdom. There, masters taught the principles that govern all creation. These were not religions, they were universal laws. And the leader of this school of thought was Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice great. He was called Thoth by the Egyptians and Mercury by the Romans. But regardless of the name, one thing was certain: he knew. Hermes Trismegistus compiled 7 universal laws in the book, the Kybalion. These laws were not dogmas, but precise observations about how reality works. And one of these laws is precisely the one we are exploring: the principle of correspondence, or, as it became known, as above, so below, as within, so without. In other words, your external reality is an exact reflection of your internal reality. But why was this knowledge kept secret for centuries? Simple, because whoever masters this law becomes immune to manipulation. You cannot control someone who understands that they themselves are the creator of their experience. So, throughout history, this knowledge has been distorted, ridiculed, or hidden in symbolism that only the initiated understood. Today, when someone speaks of vibration or energy, many laugh, but quantum physics is proving, little by little, that the Hermeticists were right all along. Now that you know where this knowledge comes from, it's time to understand how it works. And for that, we need to talk about something you carry with you all the time, but were never taught to master: your vibrational frequency. Everything in the universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Your body, your thoughts, your emotions, all of these are waves. Science has already proven there is no solid matter. When you look closely enough, everything reveals itself as particles in motion, vibrating. And here's the crucial point: you are not just immersed in this vibration. You are an antenna, a transmitter. Every thought you have, every emotion you feel, emits a specific frequency. Fear vibrates at a low, dense frequency. Gratitude vibrates at a high, expansive frequency. And the universe, this great energy field, responds to the frequency you emit, returning experiences that correspond to it. That's why people who live in fear attract situations that confirm their fears, and people who cultivate confidence find opportunities where others see obstacles. This isn't superficial self-help. It's physics. It's hermeticism. It's law. But here's the problem. Most people don't know what frequency they're emitting. They believe they're vibrating love, when in reality, they're vibrating neediness disguised as love. They believe they're vibrating confidence, when in reality, they're vibrating control disguised as confidence. The mirror of reality doesn't lie. It reflects your true frequency, not the one you'd like to be emitting. So, how do you discover what your true vibration is? How can you consciously adjust it? That's what you're going to learn now. But first, you need to understand the two forces that are constantly shaping your frequency: your beliefs and your emotions. Imagine your mind is like an iceberg. The visible part, consciousness, represents only 5% of the total. The other 95% is submerged. Your unconscious beliefs, repressed memories, unprocessed traumas. And it is precisely this invisible part that determines your vibration. You can repeat positive affirmations all day long, but if deep down you believe you don't deserve it, the mirror of reality will reflect that hidden belief. Subconscious beliefs are programs installed, usually in childhood. Money is hard to earn. I'm not enough. True love doesn't exist. These phrases may never have been spoken aloud, but they were absorbed through experiences, observations, and repetitions. And now they emit a constant frequency, like a radio station playing in the back of your mind 24 hours a day. The second lever is repressed emotions. Every emotion that you don't express, don't process, gets trapped in your energy field. Unreleased anger becomes resentment. Sadness not cried becomes depression. Fear not faced becomes chronic anxiety. And these trapped emotions create a dense, heavy vibration that attracts more of the same. It's a vicious cycle. But here's the good news. You can reprogram your beliefs. You can release your emotions. And when you do that, the frequency you emit changes instantly. And the mirror, reality, has no choice but to change as well. So how do you do this in practice? How do you consciously adjust your vibration? Get ready, because now comes the most powerful part. Have you ever had the feeling that you were thinking about someone and suddenly that person called you? Or needed specific information and, by chance, heard exactly that on the street? These aren't coincidences. They are proof that the mirror is working. The Hermetic Law doesn't operate only in grand ways. It acts in the detail, in the subtle, in the everyday. Every person you meet is a mirror of some aspect of yourself. That annoying colleague? They reflect something in you that you don't want to see. That inspiring friend? They reflect a potential that already exists within you, but that perhaps you haven't fully activated yet. Even obstacles are mirrors. They show where your vibration is misaligned with what you say you want. The Hermetic Law also explains why visualization works, but only when done correctly. It's no use visualizing a million reas if, deep down, you vibrate scarcity. The universe doesn't read your words or mental images. It reads your emotional frequency. That's why so many people try the law of attraction, and it doesn't work. They are trying to deceive the mirror, and the mirror is never wrong. The secret lies in aligning thought, emotion, and belief at the same frequency. When this happens, reality cannot help but respond. It's automatic, it's law, and now you are ready to learn the technique that will allow you to make this vibrational adjustment consciously, quickly, and effectively. This is the tool the Hermeticists used and that still works today. The moment you've been waiting for has arrived. This technique isn't your average meditation. It's a vibrational adjustment protocol. You'll need a notebook, 15 uninterrupted minutes, and a willingness to be brutally honest with yourself. We'll call it the inverted mirror technique, because you'll use your current reality as a clue to uncover your hidden vibration, and then invert it. Step 1. Identify the reflex. Choose an area of your life that isn't going the way you'd like. Relationships, money, health, career. Write in detail about how it is now, without judgment. Just observe the reflection. Step 2. Decipher the frequency. Ask yourself, what belief or emotion within me is creating this reflex? Be honest. Perhaps you'll discover that, deep down, you're afraid of being loved, or that you believe you don't deserve abundance. Write that down. Step 3. Feel the repressed emotion. Close your eyes and allow yourself to fully feel this emotion. Don't run away from it. Feel the sadness, the fear, the anger. For 2 minutes, just feel. This releases the trapped energy. Step 4. Declare the new frequency. Now, write the opposite belief. Transform "I don't deserve it" into "I am worthy of everything I desire," and write it as if it were already true. Step 5. Visualize the new reflection. With your eyes closed, see your reality already transformed, not as a future wish, but as the present. Feel the emotion of this new reality: joy, gratitude, lightness. For 3 minutes, live this frequency. Step 6. Act like the new you. Choose an action, small, but aligned with the new frequency. If you want abundance, give something away. If you want love, be kind to someone. The action seals the new vibration. Step 7. Observe the signs. Over the next 3 days, pay attention. The mirror will start to change, but you need to notice. And this is where most people fail. After adjusting your vibration with the technique, something magical begins to happen. The mirror responds, but the signs don't always come as you expect. It won't be $1 million check falling from the sky. It will be an unexpected opportunity, a casual conversation that opens doors, a sudden insight that solves an old problem, a feeling of lightness you haven't felt in years. The biggest mistake people make is giving up too quickly. They do the exercise once, don't see huge results in 24 hours, and conclude it doesn't work. But the mirror of reality doesn't change instantly. It adjusts progressively. First, your perception changes. Then, small synchronicities appear. And then, the external change solidifies. Another common mistake is reverting to the old frequency. You do the exercise, feel good, but the next day you go back to complaining, doubting, vibrating with fear. And the mirror obediently reflects this new, old frequency. Consistency is everything. Don't repeat the exercise daily, that creates anxiety, but maintain the new emotional frequency in your daily life. A powerful tip: keep a synchronicity journal. Write down every coincidence, every strange opportunity, every person who appears at the right moment. This trains your mind to perceive reflections, and the more you notice, the clearer the mirror becomes. Remember, reality isn't ignoring you. It's responding all the time. You just need to learn to read its language. And now you know. You have just received a key that opens the door between what you are and what you can become. The Hermetic Law is not belief, it is observation. The mirror of reality is before you now, reflecting everything you vibrate. The question is, will you continue to blame the reflection, or will you adjust the source? If you've made it this far, it wasn't by chance. It's because something within you already knew this truth. And now you have the map, you have the technique, You have the power. What's missing is just one thing: action. Honor this moment. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share this video with someone who needs to awaken. Because when you share true knowledge, you raise your own frequency, and the mirror responds. See you in the next video, Walker of Truth.